Alright everybody, how's it going? It is Tuesday, March 4th, 2020, and we just finished with week 4 of the XFL, so of course we're on to week 5 here, and yeah, we did pretty good last week on the pick'em. We went 2-2, which has been about the average this year, minus I believe week 2 where we went 4-0, so we are 10-6 overall on the pick'em. Pretty good record, could be a lot better, you know, 10 out of 16, not the greatest. What is that, 5 out of 8, just... you know, right around 60%. So I wish I was doing a little bit better, but for a league that has really no true identity yet, that's not too bad. You know, the defenders becoming very bad has been, you know, kind of hard for pick'em. Of course, we got the defenders game incorrect, and we also got the Wildcats game incorrect. We thought the Wildcats would win. They of course did not. I believe they played the Guardians. Yeah, they played the Guardians. They were not able to win. And then the Vipers got their very first win against the Defenders in the craziest upset of the league so far. The Roughnecks improved to 4-0 and the Battlehawks to 3-1. Yeah, so pretty good week last week. If you enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments. Let me know your picks down below in the comment section before I get started. You know, just let me know your picks. Let me know whatever. I'll say that before the video gets started so you know to do that. I'll make sure I comment back. I always tend to do that. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, leave your picks down below, what you think of the XFL, anything you think of it so far, anything in general. Just let me know and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, Saturday games, we have at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we have the Houston Roughnecks hosting the Seattle Dragons. Houston is, the lines are according to FanDuel, so you can find these on FanDuel. Houston is 13-point favorites, minus 13, with an over/under of 45.5. Of course, the Roughnecks are 4-0. The Dragons are 1-3. We already said that earlier. Both teams are coming off of, well, no, the Dragons are coming off a loss. Yeah, the Dragons just lost to the Battlehawks. They looked all right in that loss, but it's not enough that would make you go, yeah, they're gonna upset the best team in the league. So I don't really know. There's not really much to discuss here. 1-3 on the road. A team that really doesn't have the greatest offense against a team that can score at will. Despite how bad the defense might be for the Roughnecks, their offense will outscore a team like Seattle, who's very limited on offense. So I just really, I don't think I think the Dragons might cover apparently, but I don't know. The Roughnecks should win this game quite handily to improve to 5-0. So give me the Roughnecks 28-16 over the Dragons. The next game is at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. This is a game with a little bit of intrigue, but not really when you stop and think about it. Like the Guardians, this is the Dallas Renegades playing the New York Guardians. The Renegades are 8-point favorites with an over/under of 37. Both teams are 2-2. The Renegades and the Guardians both coming off of wins this week. No, the Renegades coming off a loss to the Roughnecks, but they looked pretty good against the Roughnecks. It's hard to play good games against them. And I would say they looked better in their win, or in their loss, than the Guardians looked in their win, because the Guardians beat up on a team that hasn't been good all year and really only looked good against the Defenders in sort of a shot game. But I think the Defenders aren't as good as we all might have thought they were. So there's that. The Renegades, you know, I know Landry Jones got hurt, so that's going to be a big question mark, but I feel like they'll respond quite well with the run. I just don't trust the Guardians really is the main choice here. You know, they're at home, a little bit better coaching, a little bit better overall team. That's why I like the Renegades to win this game, 31-19. Without Landry, they're not as good, obviously, but they should still be able to beat the Guardians, who are just non-existent on offense. Again, give me the Renegades 31-19 and the Roughnecks 28-16. Those are the Saturday games. Let's go on to the Sunday games. At 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, this was a game that was going to be very, very, very hype heading into it. We have the DC Defenders hosting the St. Louis Battlehawks. The Battlehawks are 3.5-point favorites with an over/under of 39. This game, it was going to be fun to talk about. It was going to be fun to kind of analyze and think about, like, wow, maybe a 4-0 team versus a 3-1 team, or a 3-1 team versus a 3-1 team. But I mean, with the way that the Defenders have been playing the last couple games, I don't think they really stand much of a shot against the Battlehawks, who might be the best overall balanced team I know the Roughnecks have the best offense, the best record. Nobody can score with them. I get that, and that is their strength. But Battlehawks got a very good offense, a very good defense, and a very good special teams inside of the XFL. They have the best overall balance. Houston's got the best, offense, which is leading to a lot of wins, especially in the early, especially the startup kind of phase of this league and whatever, because no one can really score with them. Blah blah blah. Whereas the Battlehawks are getting there on just an overall good team. So, whereas the Defenders, man, I don't know what's happened. Their offense disappeared. They've been outscored. I think it's something like 64-0 the last 2 games, because they lost. It was like 31-9 in one game, so there's the 9 points, and then they lost 25-0. So if you do the math, it's literally like 54-9. They've been outscored the last 2 games. And if you've ever followed my channel for any kind of time, you know that when a team's doing that bad, when you're being outscored by nearly 48 plus points potentially, depending on it's either 64 or 54. I can't remember off the top of my head. But either way, man, you're getting blown out by 40 plus. I'm not picking you to win a game against a team that's this well balanced, especially when you've been getting beat by teams that hadn't won yet. You're 2 different teams' first wins when you were the best team in the league 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Battlehawks in this one over the Defenders, who are struggling mightily. Maybe this is the game they pull themselves out of it. I highly doubt it. Maybe we all just thought the Defenders were better than they thought they were. But Battlehawks look pretty good. All right. So, yeah, like I said, Battlehawks 31, Defenders 20. Confident in that one. And then 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So this is kind of like a primetime game for the Wildcats. We're playing host to the Tampa Bay Vipers. No idea why they chose this game to be like the one game they're going to show at like a cool nighttime slot like this. But the Wildcats are 1.5 point favorites with an over-under of 30, which means the Wildcats are only the favorites because they're at home. The Wildcats are coming off of a loss. Both teams have beat the Defenders. So these are very similar teams. This was like the hardest game to actually make a decision between, because you're looking at it going, well, both of these teams are terrible, but they both beat the same teams, and I believe they've lost to the same team. So it's like, holy shit. You would think you would be going with the Wildcats, but like Tampa Bay, it feels like Tampa Bay has some kind of momentum on their side. Like, yeah, I know they didn't like beat they shut the Defenders out. Very impressive. Their running game was, the backup quarterback came in, BJ Daniels, I believe, didn't look really good. I think that momentum might carry against a bad LA team. And I think the defensive shutout will carry over, whereas the Wildcats are coming off of a loss. They might be a little bit dejected. They won, coming in hot, and then they lose. That could probably take it right out of you. Whereas the Vipers, they're probably looking around going, well, we're coming in with some momentum. We feel good. We're not playing that good of a team. We know we can win. We could probably pull this off. So I feel like the Vipers, due to momentum, the quarterback situation being kind of, maybe a jolt that the team needed. This game's hard because both these teams stink, really, at the end of the day. Both of them are awful. So I'm going to go with the Vipers 24-20 in this one, and I have no real reason why. This is my upset pick of the week, I guess. So that's my picks for Sunday. Battlehawks 31, DC Defenders 20. Vipers 24, Wildcats 20. And then again on Saturday, Roughnecks 28, Dragons 16. Renegades 31, Guardians 19. So those are my picks. My overall record 10-6, just for proof. So yeah, that's going to be the pick'em video for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Both those things help out the channel tremendously, and it's free to do so. So why not? Also, be sure to leave a comment like I described before the video got started. That way we can continue the conversation about who you're picking, how your picks are going for the halfway point in the league. Just your overall thoughts on the league. Do you think it's going to have a year 2? Do you think it's going to... It seems evident that the league is going to at least have a championship game, which is really good. Unlike the AAF, I think there will be a conclusion to the XFL. What do you think? Let me know. Who do you think is going to win this weekend? Who do you think? Do you think it's probably going to be the Battlehawks versus the Roughnecks for the first ever championship? That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of where I'm heading with it. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Leave your picks down below. Leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll be sure to get back to you if you leave a comment. Yeah, so that's all. Go Patriots. Have a good rest of your day, and peace.